You buy premium kibble and measure every meal. But the second you take your dog for a walk, he dives into the grass to eat another animal's droppings. Humans find this disgusting, but to a dog, it is a purposeful biological act. Research from UC Davis confirms this isn't an isolated quirk. Data shows that 1 in 6 dogs are serious stool eaters, meaning this is a widespread biological phenomenon rather than a behavioral anomaly. Interestingly, the study found that highly groomed poodles are statistically among the breeds least likely to do this, highlighting a rare gap between domestic styling and scavenging drives. While fossil records of modern dog jaws date back 14,000 years, DNA analysis reveals that gray wolves began adapting to human society 130,000 years ago. Your dog is still running on that ancient operating system. To understand why they do what they do, we have to process their behavior through a 3-tier diagnostic filter: evolutionary instinct, emotional distress, and medical illness. Running that scavenging behavior through the instinct tier reveals its roots as a den cleaning trait. In the wild, eating waste prevented parasites from accumulating near the pack, while providing a way to salvage undigested protein. This maternal drive also explains why dogs lick. Wolf dams lick their pups to stimulate elimination and offer comfort, establishing licking as a foundational canine tool for social grooming and environmental exploration. Under the emotion tier, licking becomes a self-soothing mechanism. The physical action triggers the release of endogenous endorphins in the brain, which adult dogs use to manage boredom or anxiety. Left unaddressed, this can escalate into canine obsessive-compulsive disorder. However, sudden licking often falls into the illness tier. It can signal gastrointestinal reflux, skin allergies, or if a dog is dragging their rump, painful anal gland impaction. This wet, smacking tongue serves as a diagnostic instrument, signaling the state of a dog's internal, emotional, and physical health. We see similar hardwired drives in the yard. Terriers were bred to be excavators, using high-frequency hearing to detect and unearth rodents moving underground. Northern breeds, like these sled dogs, dig for a different reason. They instinctively create shallow pits to expose cooler soil, a vital method of thermoregulation in hot climates. When digging happens randomly or along a fence line, it typically indicates an emotional struggle. This often points to barrier frustration, a desire to roam, or the onset of separation anxiety. A destroyed lawn is usually a sign of a direct conflict between a dog's genetic drive and a domestic environment that isn't providing enough stimulation. The head tilt adjusts acoustic physics, using microsecond ear delays to calculate sound distance. It also clears their lower visual field, helping long-muzzled dogs read expressions. Cognitively, gifted dogs tilt heads 43% of the time for familiar words, versus 2% typically. In the illness tier, a persistent head tilt without an auditory trigger is a medical warning. It can indicate a middle ear infection or vestibular disease, requiring a veterinary evaluation. The head tilt operates as a sensory targeting system, and occasionally a critical signal that a dog needs medical help. Understanding these behaviors requires a shift in perspective. Behavior that humans label as bad is usually a dog using a sensory-based language to communicate that a biological or emotional need is not being met. The American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior emphasizes this in their position statement, which advocates exclusively for reward-based training and behavior modification. Scolding a dog for digging or licking is ineffective because it doesn't address the underlying drive. Aversive punishment typically increases the stress that caused the behavior in the first place. The most effective solutions involve positive reinforcement, environmental enrichment, like food puzzle toys, and a veterinary checkup to rule out hidden medical issues. The next time your dog does something strange, stop getting angry and start getting curious. Using this 3-tier framework allows you to finally decode your best friend's evolutionary signals.